All right, guys, so recently I did a video on foraging pawpaws. So I'm back at this spot, and I'm going to nickname it Pawpaw Creek. Um, in my pawpaw foraging video, there was a snapping turtle in the creek, and a light bulb went off. If you guys watched my snapping turtle video, my favorite pond where I always catch snapping turtles, long story short, is loaded with new catfish that weren't there before. So my typical bait and jug line setup wasn't working. I was just catching catfish. So snapping turtles are snapping turtles. You can find them in any waterway imaginable. But we've got a warm up coming, and I really think that's going to get the turtles active and moving before the colder temperatures set in. I really do think this is going to be pretty much my last hurrah at getting a turtle. I did catch two pretty large snapping turtles early in the year, but it wasn't snapping turtle season yet. I caught them on a beaver trapping job. You can see those videos as well. And caught them in my 330 traps, and the turtles were fine, and I just let them go on their way. But anyway, we're here, Pawpaw Creek. I'm gonna get going. I got some bank line in my bag and some hooks, and we're gonna be hopefully catching some turtles here. We'll see what happens. So we're walking in here, and I want to point something out that I totally overlooked when I was here picking pawpaws. All of these are young pawpaw trees. All of them. And what that tells me is that you have fruiting trees that are dropping seeds continually. Well, during the season, But that's a really good indicator to let you know that, a big spider, to let you know that there are pawpaw trees with pawpaws in them. Another thing I wanted to mention about this spot that I absolutely love is that I can slip in here to this creek in under a minute. And I've got an ample amount of perfect sized saplings all along this creek to tie off to. I mean, this is just a perfect scenario. I don't know why I never thought of this before. And creeks are always good for either fish or turtles because it's just a natural funnel way. All that bait scent is really gonna just hang out and push further down creek to lure things up creek to your bait. But we're gonna go ahead, get these lines set up, and get out of here and check them tomorrow. All right, this is where I saw the turtle, right down here. We got a perfect sapling right here. Look at the flex on that. That's a really strong tree. So I'm gonna tie off high, and this will just act like a fishing pole basically, and kind of wear the turtle down and keep them here, keep them from breaking the line. Now, if you're in a place where you don't want people to see you, or you don't want people to find the lines you have out, do not tie up high to a tree. Nothing would attract people more to your set than having a giant wiggling tree on the side of a bank. I think you would be safe to tie off low and just leave it as it is. But anyway, we're gonna get this set up right now. So I'm hooked on the tree just to tighten down my knot here. Kind of half stacks, and then I executed it with a knot so that it wouldn't slip through. And believe it or not, the twisted tarred number 36 bank line has give to it. It's got stretch to it already. So actually, if you can see it when you're pulling on it, see how that's twisting? The twist is giving just a little bit, and that's what gives you some slack. Let's get this baited and tossed in the water. I'm using chicken gizzards, because chicken gizzards are still probably the only thing that inflation hasn't hit yet at $2.09. And they're tough as hell. And it's just really hard for the any other little critters coming by to just yank the meat off the hook. It's got a lot of tendon on it. I'm just gonna stack that. Oh. I'm gonna use quite a bit so that there's still meat remaining if another smaller turtle's pecking at it. There are some fish in here, but there we go. Bon voyage. All right, here's our line on the tree. And I gave him enough slack so that he could go with it and wear himself out, but not get to the other side of the bank and burrow anywhere. I'm at my second spot, and there's a deep little hole down here. And I must be ready to catch turtle because these mosquitoes are after me, these little tiger mosquitoes. But we're gonna get bait on this hook. We're gonna toss it right down there. I'm seeing little fish swimming around right here, so it's a good spot. And this is one of those places where literally everybody overlooks. They don't think about it. I didn't even think about it, and I know about this spot. So I already put the bait in the water, and I'm gonna try to get this so you guys can see it. But there's already fish tearing it up. But this is exactly why I like the gizzards. They just hold up so much better. Look at him. Ah. Despite the sweat and everything, is this not beautiful? I mean, what a spot. We got another tree right here. I'm gonna hook a line to, toss it in, and we're gonna keep moving. I think I'm gonna put my last line further back, closer to my truck. I don't wanna go too far and have a really long walk with a snapping turtle. That's just me. All right, this is back towards my truck on a bend. There's kind of a dam situation going on there. So a real nice bend through here. And it's very deep. I can't even see the bottom. We're gonna go ahead and set this up. All right, guys, we got 4 lines out. Is this gonna be a success? I have no idea. But you don't catch anything unless you try. And my fingers are crossed. I really do hope we get a big snapping turtle and get that bad boy cleaned up and get some snapping turtle piquant going for a weekend camping trip coming up. Me and the guys, we're gonna do a trap prep, and I'm gonna do a tutorial and demonstrate different traps and different techniques to catch target animals. So we shall see. And I think I see a giant castor mound on the other side of the bank over here. We're gonna take a look at that. But thanks for sticking with me, guys. Keep your fingers crossed for me. All right, guys, it is the following day. We're headed down to my favorite creek to check the bank lines and see if we have any snapping turtles. I'm somewhat hopeful. It's just been a rough season for me so far as catching snapping turtles, but we'll see what we got. Looks like we got a tight line. No? I think I see a turtle down there, guys. Yes, sir, I do. He's got this bank line tangled. I don't think he's on there, though. Damn. There's a snapping turtle right there, a good sized one. I think it was the same one I saw the other day. And it looked like he took off. I don't think he was hooked at all, so. Looks like I was wrong, guys. Holy crap, we got one. Definitely not my biggest, but that's a pretty turtle. God, he's strong. So we'll probably leave him here, go check our other lines, and get him loaded up, because I gotta go pick my son up from daycare. God, he's freaking strong. Beautiful turtle. Finally, yes! And my truck is right over there. How does it get any better? The bank line on the limb works like a charm, man. He's kind of hanging out in the middle there. We'll go check the other lines, come back and get him. We're gonna move swiftly. Guys, there's something on this line too. Oh boy. That's another turtle down there. I have a 50-pound turtle on this line. Oh God. 2 giants. So some depressing news. The big boy got away. It looked like where I tied actually no, it wasn't. The leader line snapped. This turtle was freaking giant. I don't know if you could really see him on video or his head. He was a monster. But you know what? We do the best we can and we move forward. There was just so much crap in the water that he ended up getting tangled around. And I've never gone for turtles on a creek like this. So, just something to be mindful of. It breaks my heart, but lesson learned. It ain't always perfect out here. And I'll show you the real stuff if I can. But we got one more line to check, And after we check that, we're gonna grab the turtle we do have and hit the road. Looks like we're empty on this one. Well, I lost my other turtle, guys. These 80-pound test Walmart brand crap. The crimps busted and let loose. And that's pretty much that. All right, guys, I'm back here the next day. I'm gonna catch some turtles. And the thing is, I'm not used to catching them from a bank like this where they have a lot more leverage. I'm used to jug lining them. I've used those rigs before a billion times, caught turtles from kayaks, but it's a lot softer of a situation. This, they're actually pulling resistance. I'm pulling them up a bank, and those crimps just sheared. The wire sheared them. Hook pops loose. That's the end of it. But I came out here. I made these little turtle snack packs. The I don't know if you can see it. The bank line is hooked right through the eye of that loop. I'm gonna let the stretch of this twist braided nylon tarred bank line work back and forth. I think it'll be enough relief for a turtle. But you know, fingers crossed. This is pretty much it for me, at least for this week, and maybe for a while because I've got a pretty busy schedule coming up. But all we can do is try. So I'm out here doing this. We'll see what tomorrow holds. One thing I wanted to mention too that I forgot, a cold front's gonna be coming through. It's supposed to be rain tomorrow at some point, but today, you know, it's pushing about 88 degrees, 86, 88. Tomorrow's supposed to be 90, and I think these turtles are really gonna move before this storm. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully my rigs hold up, and I'm kind of, if this works, I'll definitely use it again. And obviously, if not, I won't. Just like those rigs, I'm never going to use those again because of this. So, we'll see what happens. But weather and turtles plays a critical role. And it's all a learning experience. I'm learning out here. I've caught plenty of turtles in my day, but none from the bank like this. So, I just used what I had and what I was used to, and it didn't work. Little fish pecking at it. I don't mind the fish because they'll draw on the turtles from all their activity. Ow, dang mosquito. And, those gizzards will hold up to them. All right, guys, this is it. We're checking. Storms are coming in. It's getting gloomy. It's still really warm out. It's supposed to drop like 20 degrees. I think tomorrow's supposed to be a high of like 68. So this may be one of the last chances I get to catch turtles this year. We're gonna head over to the first line and see if we got anything. We're coming up on the first line, and it's not looking good. Oh, nope. Thought we had one. We do have one. It's a small one. I'm gonna try to get him up on the bank, and when I do, I'm gonna flip him on his back, which is what I should have done with that other one I caught the other day. Man, these mosquitoes are bad. I don't know if this line's gonna hold, so we're just gonna yank him up on the bank. Yep, he's on his back. He's he's turning. Oh. I figured he might do that. He's pissed. I short lined him to this tree, so he ain't going nowhere. Awesome, guys, we got him. He would make a nice possibles bag. Let's go ahead and move down the bank, see if we got anything else. I have a feeling we will. This place is just littered with turtles. Second line appeared to be stripped by smaller turtles. I took the line down, we're headed to the third. Third line. Looks pretty slack. That's a good sign. Means we didn't catch anything on it. We're walking up on the last line, guys. And honestly, even if it's empty like the others, I'm gonna be tickled to death. We got a turtle. He's gonna be good eating for the camping trip this weekend. But I'm not gonna count my chickens because of last time. I'll celebrate once I get his ass in the truck. I see the line. The line is tight. They're splashing in the water. There he is. This creek is lit up with turtles. That's only 4 lines I put out the first time and this time. Each time 2 turtles at least. I'm gonna get his ass up here. I gotta stop cussing. I'm gonna get his butt up here and we'll get him out of here. Mosquitoes, we got him, guys. Let's get his butt out of here. Turn over. Put you up that way. That's gonna be a little bit harder for you. I cut the line real short, and you can see he's just chilling there. That's usually what they do when you put them on their back. Let's get him out of here. He wants a piece of me, boys. Take a minute to just talk about what worked and what I learned and just kind of recap everything. Initially going in with the leader line, like I had done a billion times prior, I've caught plenty of turtles in my day. Again, I was catching the turtles from a kayak and using a jug, so there was no real resistance there. This is my first time ever trying to catch turtles from a bank like this in a creek. Total blast, all in all, super successful, a lot easier. I don't even have to get my kayak out, and my truck is literally right around the corner. You really can't beat that. And the drive to the spot, for me, is literally 5 minutes on the dot. So the economics of this makes total sense. So using the bank line, the tarred number 36 bank line worked great. It wasn't frayed, it wasn't severed. I could tell that the turtles had been on there for a while. They were pretty wore out, and it was extremely successful. And like I said, the twisted line, as you saw earlier in the video, when you pull on it, it stretches and it twists. So I believe you get your shock absorbing quality and you get somewhat of a swivel nature without actually having a swivel on it. But I will still upgrade my equipment. If I'm ever in a pinch though, I will definitely use the bank line to the hook method. It clearly works. Whew, it's hot out here today. I'm sweating like crazy. Gonna be 68 degrees as a high tomorrow, and then the low like 50. It's gonna be awesome. But one thing I wanted to say is that, you know, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this video, which is fine. I love turtles more than anything. I've had pet water turtles over the years. I have a pet tortoise named Bert. Some of you know that. I love all animals. I love deer. Deer are probably one of my favorite animals. I love coyotes and foxes. I'm fascinated by them. I absolutely love them. But with that being said, you know, they're here, you know, not only as a resource, but for us to cherish and maintain. That's what we're here on Earth to do, is to maintain these critters, not to wipe them out. And where I'm at, all you need is a fishing license to go after turtles, which I do have. And, you know, when you take some snapping turtles out of the equation, you know, this creek is obviously loaded with them. You save a lot of waterfowl. Snapping turtles love to eat up little ducks on the surface. They're great scavengers as well. I mean, they're beneficial, there's no doubt about it. But just like with anything else, you want to keep their numbers in check to help the population of other things. Just like when I trap coyotes, I'm helping deer out, I'm helping, you know, rabbits out, even quail, so on and so forth. But you guys get the picture. I'm not trying to preach here, you know. I'm just trying to say that there's probably nobody on the face of this earth that cares about reptiles or has studied reptiles more than me. In all seriousness, I'm sure there's people who know a lot more than I do, which is fine. But since I was a kid, man, I had a net, I had a backpack, I was catching minnows, crayfish, turtles in the creeks, turtles as pets. My poor mom, she's had to put up with me this whole time. But I love it. I love the thrill of catching them, just like I love the thrill of hunting. And, you know, you're happy because everything came together and it actually worked. And you saw initially where it didn't work for me, so I had to adapt. I owed it to the turtles to adapt my techniques, and it paid off, and I feel really good. So we're gonna get these turtles processed, and it looks like this weekend will be a successful camping trip with the guys as far as getting some turtle piquant cooked up. And I can't wait. I wish I was there right now. I wish all the work was done, but unfortunately, I got a lot of hard work ahead of me in cleaning these guys. But thank you guys for following along. Please consider liking and subscribing. And like I always say, there's a lot more adventures coming up, a lot more fun to be had. I'll see you on the next one.